Hey guys, guess what the enemy's doing? Since they already killed a bunch of women in my life, abducted a bunch of Instagram models I follow, and oh man, I have so much PTSD. Now they're saying 24/7, make a Tinder account, make a Tinder account, make a Tinder account. Okay, when I was 24, I had a Tinder account. I went on one date. I instantly fell in love with her. Because that's how good lonely guys are. Shit. A woman's finally giving me time who I'm attracted to. Yeah. And because I spoke the truth to her, and back then, I didn't know about all this stuff going on, all this advanced technology and so forth. So, yeah, I'm told they killed her. I'm also told she was transgender, and it isn't the good kind of transgender doesn't exist yet. The technology exists to do it. The enemy continues to mutilate innocent people instead. Um, and yeah, she was transgender. I didn't know. Um, I honestly thought she was, because we fooled around, but literally I didn't enter her because it didn't seem as if she wanted me to. Um, but that was maybe because she literally didn't have a vagina. And I was too stupid. That was maybe what, the second girlfriend I ever had. Anyway, yeah, she broke up with me, which sucks. I literally was going home after she broke up with me, and I saw a guy on the bus who was missing half of his body. He literally was missing part of his shoulder and an entire arm. And I remember feeling worse than this guy. I was literally crying that she broke up with me in front of a guy who was missing parts of himself. Um, so yeah. Oh yeah, then they killed her because she didn't do her job. At that time, the enemy wanted me to do music festivals, even though I wasn't a good musician. So it didn't make much sense to me. I was just happy I had a girlfriend who they then killed because she didn't do her job to cover up loose ends. If she told me, yo, you need to do this music festival or they're gonna kill me, I obviously would have shouted out some music festival and got it done. Um, I didn't know if she even had anything to do with it. Pretty much everyone in my life was trying to get me to do music festivals back then. I wonder why, because back then I never even made good music. Now the same entities that killed her are pretending to be me 24/7. And also, the same ones that are telling me to install Tinder on my phone to find another girlfriend, they've brainwashed and are, oh, this time if we don't date and it works out, you guys aren't gonna kill her? Huh? Anyway, yeah, so that's why I don't want to install Tinder, because everybody's telling me to install Tinder, and that everybody literally killed the last woman they hooked me up with through Tinder. Okay, so it's been, let's see, 4 years, almost 5 years. Um, Maybe they changed their methods of murdering their own people because their orders are moronic and their plans never work because there are good versions of all their plans and they always attempt the one that nobody ever wants. Um, Whatever. So, I shouldn't install Tinder, but at this point, this is who runs America. Goose steppers that kill women. I wasn't gonna go to that club today, that bar, because I felt as if it was a waste of my time. Yet planes flying over me, whenever a plane flew over me, someone with nanobots told me, "Oh no, go, go, go! You'll have such a good time. There's women there that you might like. You know, the kind you masturbate to." Okay. I went. It wasn't specifically for that reason. I was already expected to be disappointed by everything, as I always am in this city. But sure enough, they had two women that looked similar to the woman I masturbate most on the internet. So they're pimping women still, forcing women there. Whoever's talking to them through their nanobots. China, Japan, Russia, definitely. And if the American government is still here in this city, they're emceeing this thing. So that's why I hate all these factions. And I shouldn't install Tinder. But I guess let's see if I can get some more innocent women killed. Because having a girlfriend is all I've ever wanted. So, sure, why the heck not? Let's risk a bunch of women's lives and identities because I'm horny. You think I'm being sarcastic, but I aren't. I assume these entities are the ones that also control America. And literally, even this pimpin', which is outlawed, I want to murder everyone who sent those women there. I want to murder all the men. Sorry, I want to murder all the men's kneecaps who sent those women there, who were flying over me earlier today and telling me to go there, and then torture them indefinitely. However, someone good and benevolent who isn't a moron you already saw that video. You can do all that sex stuff and do it in a way that the women want. Never thought of that? That's because you're a goose stepper or a goose stepper supporter. Anyway, yeah, now that you've raped all the women that you know, most of them don't want to work with you. Mm, all of them don't want to work with you because you raped them. Okay? But it's nice that you keep offering me this mental harem of your rape victims while I'm homeless and have nothing. And I wasn't code for that cunt video game. Cunts are men. I literally don't have anything. I have a bunch of useless cunt family members. Even my female family members, I don't mind calling cunts at this point because of how treasonous they are. Who have been setting me up my entire life and now want me to install Tinder so they can show me that they can set me up with a girl that they won't end up killing if she breaks up with me. I don't think that's a good idea, but if this is the American government also, like I already said, there are easy ways to do this that isn't kidnapping and killing and body snatching women. It shouldn't be this difficult to set up a free will relationship with a guy that every woman likes after they know who he is and what he's doing. So the fact that none of you can do that and you make me live outside. Anyway, I'm done with this. Please, never trust a German, Russian, or an Asian who is Chinese or Japanese, who's a man, and the women from those nations. Oh, yeah, or an American who works for the government and is white. I don't work for the government. I get EBT. I've been saving the world. And that's about it. Now I don't mind. It's funny, honestly, because the enemy made me to take over America, create a tragedy cult, and to basically destroy from the inside. I never did that. They did it instead. In this past year, when I finally learned about everything, all the work I did against them literally qualified me to be a president. It's Abraham Lincoln level shit. It's Delano Roosevelt level shit. And then some. So that's my point. Simply standing against the enemy that made me to be a Manchurian candidate could possibly give me the credentials to turn into president of America, even if I was clone born in another country. And at the same time, the enemy made me to technically take over this country and destroy it. I never did that, and I didn't know they were doing it, so they were doing it themselves. And at this point, it seems as if a lot of America are literally tragedy cultists, as in the police forces, the armies, the gangs, definitely the Secret Service, and all those special undercover law enforcement agencies. I don't know if all of them, commit murder and stuff to join this tragedy cult. But the fact that it seems to be the case, ironic, because the enemy made me to destroy this country. I've done everything to save it and help it my entire life, and a lot this past year. And if it's true that everyone who runs this country is some sort of unforgivable, a rapist, a mutilator, a pedophile, then yeah, I'm going to destroy those parts of this country and free everyone else. Later, everyone. Yeah, you guys like my accent? I've been practicing because you see, in the future, white men are less popular, so I'm upping my ethnicity. And yeah, do you think I sing much sexier when I sing with my ethnic sounding voice? And just so you know, the enemy doesn't have nanobots in my throat to change my voice. I obviously like this voice because it makes me sound less as if I'm a white boy. But that's what the enemy does. They talk bullshit and they pretend your talent is them giving you your talent. Yeah, so once you disassociate from them telling you bullshit, similar to the aging thing, you get more good. Basically, when I first was starting out, I was learning, but the entire time, even before I started, whoever was talking to me through these nanobots was literally trying to convince me, lie to me, tell me bullshit, to tell me that my talent is them somehow giving me my talent. And once I disassociated from all that bullshit, oh holy shit, why do I sound so fucking good? That's because I'm after vengeance. Not only am I putting vengeance into my words and lyrics and so forth, in my voice. Most people chicken out. I think it's magic. I think if you make an empowering song, you don't stick with it, or your message, it sounds bad. Um, so what's more empowering than, let's see, righteously severing the micros of all the goose steppers who have been mutilating children and everyone else. Yeah, that's where I'm going. You all know that. And they're gonna hear. The more I do this, the more I practice, the more voices I get. That's what voice acting is. This one's similar to my voice. I'll tell you how I make it. I finally think I'm smarter and superior to pretty much all of you, literally. Because it isn't bullshit. I used to think of everyone as equals, and if they're good and benevolent and don't do unforgivable things, they are. But now I'm starting to think there's way more unforgivables on earth than I thought. So now it wasn't an act. I dropped that part of me. It's still in there if there's ever a reason to show it, where I'm very, very nice to everyone. I like doing that. I'm also done with that. Now, if I think you're a piece of shit, useless, unforgivable, uh, a goose stepper, yeah, I already know I'm superior to you, but I don't want to sound all, Aryan about it, because I aren't Aryan, by which I mean I'm making it smooth. I'm letting you know I outdid all of you career failures at the underworld while I played video games and didn't know jack shit was going on. And in 1 year, we all learned I'm immortal and you can't kill me. And now I'm on my way to get my vengeance and everyone else's who wants it. Have a good day, everyone. It's that assertiveness. It's that knowing I'm right about this. And the longer it takes anyone to join me, the more, let me do my own thing. By which I mean, I didn't know everyone was so useless. Okay, I gave people way too much benefit of the doubt, and all they did was betray me and still do. So, I guess this is my lone wolf voice. So sexy. A light shining in darkness.